Hello. Uh, Ma'am, Plenary Talk has not started yet.
She is coming. Preeti, I just contacted her and she is coming.
Uh, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, someone has asked in the chat box, so I was telling that.
No, no issues. I just contacted her and she was having an impression that it will be 9:50, but she is not joining.
Okay, okay.
गुड मॉर्निंग मैडम।
Good morning, Jyoti ma'am.
बस ठीक है, आप बताइए।
मैं बढ़िया और आप कॉलेज
मैडम लग ही नहीं रहा कॉन्फ्रेंस, लग नहीं रहा कॉन्फ्रेंस आपकी के मतलब फेस टू फेस नहीं है।
अच्छा बहुत
वेरी
बढ़िया
गुड,
आपको अच्छा
एक्सेलेंट
लगता है
एक्सेलेंट मैडम, बहुत अच्छा। मैं तो कल सुना पूरा और आज भी सुन रही हूँ। मैंने स्टार्ट कर दिया है, 12 बजे
आप
क्लास है तो क्लास लगाऊंगी अपने आप को।
यस मैम
ओके, कांग्रेस मैडम। ओके मैडम।
आपको आपको भी
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm so sorry.
Good morning ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, Prerna.
Welcome to INDICON 2020 ma'am.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
congratulations to you. Hearty congratulations to you
Thank you, Prerna.
for that
I
award.
the event.
Yes.
So, shall I read?
No, ma'am. Let me introduce you to everyone.
Sure. Thank you.
Everyone, a very warm welcome to all present on the third day of IEEE Indicon 2020. And we are honored to have with us Dr. Preeti Bajaj, who is currently Vice Chancellor of Galgotias University, Greater Noida. She is an electronics engineer, post-graduated in 1998 and awarded doctorate in 2004. She was director of G.H. Rai Soni College of Engineering, Nagpur. She is founder chair of IEEE Nagpur subsection, member IEEE MGA Awards and Recognition Committee for 2019 and 20. She is put all her efforts and engaged in research in healthcare and agriculture with artificial intelligence, IoT, and data science. 10 doctoral students have completed PhD under her, and 30 plus have completed MTech. She has to her credit as author and co-founder of over 200 reviewed publications in both international journal and international conferences, and 3 book chapters with 900 plus citations. He has also been instrumental in design and development of ITS systems in public and private sector like toll collection, toll audit, highway traffic management system, and AITS by applying both soft and hybrid computing. She is founder general chair of ICEET series of IEEE conferences. She was instrumental in bringing IEDC and Nidhi TBI DST project of 14 crores at GHRCE. She was also on General Council of National Board of Accreditation, having national international experience in higher education and research. Under her leadership, GHRCE has been awarded autonomy NBA accreditation to 23 programs, NAAC A plus grade with 3.51 rating, NIRF ranking 67 in engineering in 2017 and 111th in 2019. TEQIP 1 and 2 leading to transform her engineering institution into India's premier engineering and research institute. She has expertise in OBE, CTS, CBCS, design curriculum, autonomy, NBA, NAAC accreditation, administration, strategic management, autonomy. Is her efforts for creating an ecosystem for innovations, entrepreneurship, and research at Galgotia's University to transform it to a world class university. It is our great pleasure and Dr. Preeti Bajaj for delivering her speech on the topic AI for all. Ma'am, please grace the session by your words. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Welcome,
Prerna.
ma'am.
Dr. Prerna, General Chair of INDICON. The team of INDICON, thank you so much for inviting me for this plenary talk. As AI is a buzzword as of now, I thought of to choose a topic for this keynote, which is AI for everyone. This is inspired by the Niti Aayog's report, AI for all. Let's start with what artificial intelligence is. So in next 20 minutes, I'll try to give the overview of AI and with some applications to healthcare and agricultural, along with the education data mining. And while elaborating those, I thought of to cover and highlight some of the points which have been covered in Niti Aayog's report and the efforts which have been taken in India, especially under AI domain. Well, we start with AI, which basically is any technique which enables the computers to mimic human behavior. When we go for machine learning, it's a subset of AI, I would say, which use the statistical methods to enable the machines to improve with the experience. Further, we go into deep learning, which is further subset of machine learning, which makes the computations of multi-layer neural networks and make it, the detail which gives you inferences wherein you can correlate and draw the inferences for various, basically the intelligence has been drawn from the data which is available after applying the statistical method, the computation method, and especially the in multi-layer approach. If we talk about the comments, how it started with, so some time back it was, what was predicted and where we are today. So recall the quotes which have been given by Bill Gates about the memory, or the quotes which have been given by very well-known universities in Europe or US or in India about the data and where we are today. AI, data science, these are all buzzwords. New institutes have been created all across the globe. The programs, MS programs, MTech programs in data science have been launched all across the globe. The predictions for the jobs which are going to be, the US will need 140,000 to 190,000 jobs and 1.5 million managers, analysts by 2018 it was predicted, but then now in 2020 it is multifold. The new degree programs in Berkeley, iSchool, CS, everywhere you can see the analysts are required, and that is all. It's a big picture about AI and data science as on today. How we started with, right from once upon a time, it's in 1440 or 3000 years BC till today. All you can see how the data and the data analysis and the importance of data, where we started and where we are at the end of 2020. Everywhere you will find the data. Now, if you look at internet, how much of information is available, whether it is Facebook, Instagram. So I have given some of the statistics, snapshot, how many users they have, how many videos are there on YouTube on every second, every day, every month, how many tweets are there, and how many posts are there on Instagram. The Facebook statistics, the communication which is taking place because of availability of the internet and all communication media, the services which we have available, and with all the amount of data which we are producing every day is really mind-boggling. And over 2.5 quintillion bytes of data is created every single day, and it is going to be grow. And by 2020, right now, it was estimated in the past 3 years back that 1.7 MB of data will be created every second, and which is going to be multifold in coming years. And during pandemic, it has already been crossed to this, what was predicted. With so much AI, we are looking at, multiple applications. You have a online shopping, you go for Amazon, you go for Netflix, you have Google, you have any of the social media site, or even for that purpose, wherever you are visiting, whether it is Make My Trip or any site, you will come across whatever products you are like, you make it, either you purchase, you visit the sites, you are going to get in all details about the same within fraction of second, and every day which time you are free and you are browsing those websites, only during that time you are going to receive the mail, because again it is a prediction that you are free during those hours in a day when you are browsing these websites. So it means if you have been sent some emails, probably you will have a look on that. So it is the impact of AI which is all around us. These are the AI initiative in India. I would appeal each one of you to go through the 115 pages Niti Aayog's report, which talks about AI. So the 5 domains out of all the areas which are available wherein AI can be applicable, you will find the document which is being issued by President of the US in US, Europe document, Europe the one document, then you will find another document for China, and then this is the document which I'm referring for India. So it talks about lot many applications of AI, but amongst that 5 applications, 5 segment government of India is concentrating right now. The first one is healthcare. It is for increased access and affordability for quality healthcare. The second one is for agriculture, enhanced farmers' income, increased farm productivity and reducing the wastage. Third, the education or education data mining. So for improved access and quality of education and improving the gross enrollment ratio, which is the area of concern, which has also been highlighted in national education policy. The fourth one is smart city and infrastructure. Smart city and infrastructure for efficient and connectivity for growing the urban population. Then smart mobility and transportation, that is smarter and safer modes of transportation for better traffic and congestion problems, especially in the tier 1 cities of India. What are the barriers in India for implementation? Lack of broad-based expertise into research and application of AI. Although we talk about many experts are there, but then application and implementation is still a challenge. Absence of enabling the data ecosystem. So access to intelligent data. And third, the high resource cost and low awareness of adoption of AI. Fourth, and very important as on today in India, which is applicable, privacy and security. Privacy and security, including a lack of formal regulations around anonymization of data. And next, last but not the least, is absence of collaborative approach to adoption of application of AI, because you need to collaborate, you need to have a multidisciplinary approach, and you need to work together. So these are the some of the barriers which have been highlighted. When we go for healthcare, so rather than covering these sheets, I would like to take you for some of the applications in real time for the healthcare. But then other applications also while dealing with this, apart from smart mobility and smart transportation, which I talked about, logistic is one of the area wherein India is still trying to get in AI, but then the application would be related to, again, smart mobility, transport, and then logistics. Retail. The retail sector has been one of the early adopters of AI solutions. So that has lot many applications for inventory control and retail management. The next is energy. So potential use cases in energy sector. When we talk about smart grid, we talked about power. So then renewable energy. So the AI applications are very, very useful, and that has been used in Europe widely. Manufacturing domain. When we talk about industry 4.0, I would say the 4.0 is not completed without considering the use of AI in manufacturing. And then education and skilling. So education, I have referred education data mining, but then skilling has lot of applications with AI. So I would like to take you again directly to the artificial intelligence in agriculture. What are the different applications? If you look at the AI in agriculture, I would say the 7 applications, the 7 popular use cases of AI would be: one, the boosting the crop yield, the seasonal forecasting, the enhancing the IoT device data, the better crop selection, the chatbot for farmers, and agricultural robots or drone applications, which are very, very popular. These are some of the examples which are popular, and then some of the, I would say, the startups are making use of this even in India. The companies are gradually adopting AI-powered machines to automate the agricultural task, and we have seen, I have visited some of the companies in Pune as well, wherein they are using, wide use of AI is being done. So whether it is, you can look at the robots, which are so not in the field, but yes, for plantation, for disease detection, AI robots have been widely used, even in Indian companies. Crop and soil monitoring. Look at these drones. So these drones, companies are leveraging the computer vision and deep learning algorithms to process the data captured by the drone and software-based technology to monitor the crop and soil health. This is widely being done in Finland. The precision farming with predictive analytics, AI applications in agriculture to doing the accurate and controlled farming through providing proper guidance to farmers about optimum planting, water management, crop rotation, timely harvesting, nutrient management, pest attacks. While using the machine learning algorithms in connection with the images captured by satellites and drones, AI-enabled technologies predict the weather conditions, analyze the crop sustainability, evaluate the farm's presence diseases, decide the quantity of the pest control to be done, when it is to be done, the poor plant nutrition and what is required when it is required, and controlling the weather conditions as well. If there are foggers, so foggers are controlled. What is going to be the temperature, precipitation, the wind speed, and the solar radiation as well. So these are the applications we have also worked with. When you have a poly house or greenhouse, so how this can be done is a job of electronics engineer who can closely work with the computer science engineer as well for these applications within the agriculture, precision agriculture. Controlling pest, I talked about controlling the pest infestations. So AI and data companies are helping the farmers to get alert on their smartphones when about the grasshoppers likely to descend towards a particular farm or matured crop field. AI companies are using the satellite images, drone images, using the historical data and AI algorithms to detect the insects have landed in another location, and the farmers use such information after confirmation and timely remove the costly pest from their field. Forecasting the weather data. As we know, the weather station is generally being installed, and which the data from the weather station is being used to forecast, to give the predict the weather conditions, and then to help to transform these informations to the farmers so that they can this forecasting can be used for the yield, for sowing this seeds, and what kind of weather is going to be, so accordingly they can decide on the crop as well. But then this is the way wherein this analysis of data can be given to the algorithms, and wherein we can use machine learning algorithm, and then the best crop can be predicted as well, which is going to be need of an hour to give the maximum output out of the yield. Decrease pesticide usage. It is not required to use the pesticide for the whole field. The farmer can use the AI to manage the weeds by implementing the computer vision, robotics, and machine learning. With the help of AI, data is gathered to keep the check on the weed, which helps the farmer to spray the chemicals only where the weeds are. This directly reduces the user's usage of the chemical spraying on entire field, and as a result, the AI reduces the herbicide usage in the field of comparatively the use of chemicals in the use of chemical on day basis. And this is very, very important. Field inspection using drone. So the lot of applications, the electronics engineer, mechanical engineers, you can design the drone, and these drones can be used for the field inspection. How much? So field inspection, when I talked about how much is your yield, the size of the yield, if you are capturing the picture, it is going to tell you the complete details about the area of the crop, how much crop you have, how much is in good condition. So everything can be, by applying the deep learning, machine learning algorithms, you are going to get in the details once you have a clear pictures out of drone. Leaf disease is a very common application. Lot of work has been done at every segment, probably of every institute. So there are multiple applications wherein you can have detect the leaf, whether it is leaf doctor, crop doctor, Purdue tree doctor, leaf plant tech, lot of applications. You can detect that using your mobile camera. You can detect that, with the app, or you can do it as a standalone application as well, which is very, very common. So advantage of implementing AI in the agriculture. So AI provides the more efficient ways to produce the harvest, the sell essential crops. AI implementation emphasize the growth of the AI technology has strengthened the agro-based businesses. The AI is being used in applications such as automated machine adjustments for weather forecasting. So I have already covered all these applications while giving the example, but I would only say by implementing the AI, you can find out, the farmers can work with 98% accuracy about the weather, about the crop forecasting, about the selection of the crop, and about usage of the pesticide, less usage of the pesticide, multi crops. So they're like, but then we have to educate the farmers as well for the use of technology. And the best would be when we will be bringing this technology which is affordable in the cost. Right now, if you are going to use this technology, which is probably the Indian farmer will not able to afford it, but then if we can bring down this, would be amazing for the country like India. These are some of the applications which have come up, and which are helping the farmers, and Kisan Yojana, Agri Media, Agri App, and many others. The second application which I'm going to cover is going to be for medical devices. So as we all know, the area, right now, the India imports 80% of the medical devices, and looking at the application, and especially everyone has seen the importance of the healthcare, especially the every hospital probably in future or near future, I would say, is going to have one electronics engineer for every person, I would say. And if it is not true, it's not true if we'll say the healthcare involves only doctors. Everybody has realized that healthcare involves the doctors, and engineers have to work closely, whether it is radiology, whether it is fabrication, whether it is ventilators, whether it is diagnosis. Just now we have seen, so the same kind of diagnosis which we can do for farmers in agricultural field can be useful for for healthcare as well. The use of robotics, drones, the machine learning, deep learning, image processing, computer vision, everything is going to be used closely. Even 3D printing is going to be closely used in healthcare as well. So innovations are required in all ways and all areas of the healthcare as well. And AI would be a boon if we start using. You all must have heard about the robotic nurse, and it's all about AI. So healthcare in United States, if I give you a picture, probably in healthcare and the use of AI, the United States stands 10th in the row, right from 2000. This is related with the study which was conducted in the 2014. So the UK is going to be first, Switzerland, Sweden, Australia, Germany, New Zealand, France, Canada, and the last is US. This I'm talking about quality in comparison with efficiency, equity, and healthy lives as well. India is also lagging behind in healthcare, if I say, for in context with use of AI. So it is being predicted AI doctors are going to eventually replace the human physicians in the future. The robotic surgery is nothing new, even in tier 2 cities of tier 2 city of India. AI can definitely assist the physicians to make better clinical decisions, or even replace the human judgment in certain functional areas of healthcare. In healthcare, before going for surgery, the doctors can actually do a simulation surgery, and can reduce the actual time to 30%. Each and this is going to help the doctors and patients as well, because after mid of surgery they won't realize that, oh, something goes wrong or what decision has to be taken, because when they are going for simulation, they can take all decisions in advance. They can consult the patient's family, and they can take the decision consciously. Every medical test, doctors visit, and the procedure is documented. The patient records are increasingly stored in the electronic format. So data science and AI both have enormous applications in healthcare. The complete patient's history, the medical history of patient's family, the complete CT even is going to be, and then drawing the from the data available from this data, lot of inferences can be drawn, and what kind of water quality you are getting, what kind of health you have, what kind of you are approaching, at what time you are approaching, label in form of data and lot of inferences, and these inferences would be very, very useful for the government, for the local governing body, for taking the decision and to maintaining the good health of the residents of that particular city. So artificial intelligence is going to enable the preventive and precision medicine, improve the patient's experience, access and outcomes, creates the increasing opportunities for corporate and clinical co-creation and innovation, and answer to the global healthcare challenges, create the perpetual global clinical trial. So before I go for into deep for machine learning or some of the applications of medical, wherein this has been used. So I would just like to know how many minutes I have, or I have already consumed the time.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, you are having 15 more minutes approximately.
Okay. So thank you so much.
Welcome, ma'am.
So look at this slide. AI predicts the heart attacks and strokes more accurately than the standard doctor's method. So AI systems are showing the great promise in diagnosis the diseases, analyzing the medical images, predicting the health outcomes. So before, we all know the Apple Watch or the MI devices which are available, which monitors your heartbeat, which monitors how much walk you have done, what exercise you have done, and from that it is very, very easy to detect and diagnose the heart attacks or the strokes. So they have been performed better than the human doctors in certain tasks like surgical stitching and diagnosis, the autism and the in infants. We are slightly obsessed with the matchups between the artificial intelligence and the doctors as well. An artificial intelligence program correctly identifies the 355 more patients who develop the cardiovascular disease. This is a one study which has been done, and this data I have taken from IEEE Spectrum as well, and some of the IEEE sites like including IEEE TV. So the latest for the AI medicine, and researchers at the University of the Nottingham in the UK have created a system which will scan the routine, their patient's routine in medical data, predicted which of them will have heart attacks even within next 10 years. Look at the prediction of AI. So within next 10 years, when you are going to have the heart attack, that is also being predicted. Going further, if you AI can remind you, oh, this is the time your sugar level is going high, so implanted device are going to give you a caution, you need to eat something, this is the time to eat, this is the time how much insulin has to be added in your body based on the sugar level, that will be done automatically. So when compared to the standard method of prediction, AI systems correctly predicted the fates of 355 more patients. This was the study done in UK. So forecasting for your better life. Computers match the accuracy of the radiologist in screening of the breast cancer, which I already said. Now, one of the experiment which is further going on at number of places is it is not required the MRI image, but this can be done with a simple mobile camera as well. So with mobile camera, you can detect the breast cancer as well. Imaging analytics in radiology and pathology. AI-driven imaging analytics has taken off due to advances in the pattern recognition, pixel-by-pixel examination of high-resolution pathology slides and imaging studies. One of the first clinical decision support system cleared by FDA is a radiology support tool which identifies the distal radius fractures, a common wrist injury. A prosthetic that feels the pain. Look at the prosthetic hand which feels the pain. The otherwise no. So when you are hungry, your eating pattern also can be monitored by AI application. When you are eating, what you are eating, and based on your behavior, the AI application is going to suggest you, oh, it's time to eat. How wonderful it would be. Oh, you are getting irritated. Oh, you are getting annoyed. So this is the time you need to take this. So that's going to be the prediction. And so your complete human behavior can be depicted into, can be monitored, and your individual behavior can be the mapping can be done with your lifestyle, your pattern, your behavior, and then the decisions are being taken that yes, this is required at this level. How beautiful that system would be, but how dangerous it would be. So before I will go ahead, I would like to correlate AI, which and many courses are going on, that is how much we need to enter into deep into these AI applications, wherein it is not going to have attack on personal monitoring. If I monitor myself is fine, but if somebody else is monitoring me, is going to be, so are we interfering into the ethics? So AI and ethics is a very upcoming subject which must be taught along with AI. That will be my appeal to everyone. So AI and ethics, that is supposed to be done now. I have already given this example. It says the indigestion monitor captures the detailed information about the eating pattern. I have already said about that. So it's very common in Japan, especially this experiment. Third arm gives new meaning to the multitasking. So imagine you have two arms and you are working, you are typing, and then there is a third arm which is giving you, oh, you need a juice, you need a fruit. So helping you. So all robotics, AI, everything is together. Robotic surgery, I have already discussed about that, but this is very common now in India. And that is really probably the doctors, when I interacted with the doctors, medical practitioners, they said, oh, we have not seen that though so much in detail, which can be with a camera and with microsurgery and the robotic surgery, we can reach into that deep into the organ, and we can perform successful surgery. Our success rate has enhanced. So this is the example about the robotic surgery. Again, you can see the link that is from Spectrum, and I think this Spectrum is 4 years back, not now. Precision medicine, health monitoring, virtual nurses. So based on right now, this is again a very common application which has been used in last 8 months. As we all know, the whole world was virtual, and there were so many psychological disorders which was faced by the world, especially the young generation, and this was used um, in many countries based on the youngsters' questions. Every age, I won't say youngsters, I would correct myself, but everyone's answers. The counseling was done by the virtual nurses. So improving sleep with AI/ML. They are monitoring the sleep pattern, how you are sleeping, how much time you are sleeping, and what it requires, which position you are sleeping, and which position is comfortable, wherein you can have a good sleep. Look at it. So sometimes probably we all will feel that we are monitored 100% every second and every minute. How much we have to allow that is based on us. Again, the use of technology with AI, we need to see that how much we will tolerate the personal interference. So please remember, this is technology, and that is in your hand. How much you will allow this use of technology for yourself. So far it is for inferences, so far it is for better life of society, so far it is for improving lifestyle of the society, that is fine. But the moment it is going to attack on you as a person, probably we should stop usage of technology at that moment. So I would like to conclude before I go into deep that AI must be correlated at every point along with the ethics. And before I conclude, since I'm from the teaching background, I would like to say the few applications of AI which are being done in education data mining and in the education data mining as well. Lot of uh, projects I have handled for education data mining, which includes right from, if you have to have a control on dropout ratio of an institute, you can look at the students who are getting failure, the students who are going to leave the institution. If you can find out the pattern, find out the history, the background of the student, find out their results of the every semester, every subject, their attendance pattern, their activities wherein they have participated, and then you mapped, and probably you will come out with a particular pattern. You can find out the students who will have with the following this pattern, and then you can take an early measure. This is one of the example wherein you can enroll, you can increase and enhance the gross enrollment ratio by avoiding the cancellations at early stage. You can provide some remedial measures. You can provide some extra teaching and counseling to these students so that they don't fail and they maintain their good mental health and they don't cancel their admissions. The analysis of the feedback, that which teachers have what kind of impact in the classroom, and that is also being can be closely monitored with the help of AI. How much students learning level is, that can be mapped with AI. So these are some of the examples, and then there would be a wide usage of AI for the skilling as well. With this, thank you so much once again, Dr. Prerna and the team, for
So thank you very much, ma'am, for this informative session. My question is, ma'am, since artificial intelligence has the brain of its own, how, when we are making any product company, how can we make sure that our own artificial intelligence software will not harm us in future in any way?
Okay, so that is what I was, suggesting, that whenever you are using the technology, you need to see that is for the betterment of the society, and it is not harmful. So if I'm using, so I'm not violating somebody's privacy, that must be seen. So so far when I'm using the precision agricultural, so it is going to, or in the agricultural or healthcare, it is going to use for the betterment of the society. But if I'm monitoring someone using the data which is being shared for the monitoring individual pattern and then troubling someone, probably that is going to, where we need to consider. That is what I said, we need to teach everyone along with AI. In the mandatory subject is going to be the AI and ethics as well. That is going to create the awareness about what should be done and what should not be done.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, my second question is that if we want to study artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning along with data science, which are the best resources that we can follow?
Uh, I would say for the resources, I mean, if you have to go for AI and deep learning or machine learning, so NPTEL has a wonderful resources to start with, and then Coursera has AI for all. That is also wonderful, for the beginners at least. And number of courses you will find everywhere. MIT openware, you will find the good courses of AI. You can find the good courses in neural network as well. I would say before you go for deep learning, you need to understand the neural network as well, how it started with. So image processing, computer vision. So you have to choose which area you wanted to go for. So if it is going to be you want to enter into the image processing, computer vision, NLP. So that is going to be a different track. If you want to go for drone, then you have to start with probably the I would say frankly, good study of neural networks. So I understand where the application would be. So I can guide the researchers who are working in this domain that what can be the ultimate application of AI. So that is how I would say. So you need to understand the technology, its usage, and then from anywhere and everywhere. That's I would recommend. It won't be up from a particular source.
Ma'am, my third and last question is, ma'am, is programming language, prior knowledge of programming language is required for studying artificial intelligence or its subsets, ML and DL?
If you are going Yeah, if you are going for ML, yes, Python would be the basic. So you start with Python and then you enter into ML and then go for, but it is not essential that you need to know only Python. You can have good knowledge. As I said, if you are into technology domain, so you can, I have seen people who do not know the Python, they also are going very good well with the uh, machine learning and even deep, especially deep learning, because they have good idea and background about the neural network.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much.
So that's it from my side. Thank you once again. Thank you, team. Thank you, Dr. Prerna.
Uh, Anyone want to ask any question? Then please go for it. Anyone, if you are having any queries, then you can ask.
Good morning, madam.
Uh,
In case of agriculture, how we control the how we can use AI for controlling the pesticide rate, because land is very big. So how we can locate the location and how the farmer these days that point particularly.
A interdisciplinary approach. We have done some good experiments while programming in the drone technologies. When you will be working with the drone technology, you can define the area, longitude and latitude, and accordingly, it is going to cover your complete field. And you can monitor then you have to analyze those images, that how is a normal crop. You have to give lot of training, and then you have to analyze what is a normal crop, where you find the disease has taken place, and then is it on the whole complete farming, or it is going to be on particular only few trees have been infected, and then accordingly you can program that there only wherever it is infected, there only you will have pesticides to be sprayed. It is same as when you must have seen the drone locations wherein if you define the drone can attack on a particular only particular target. So it is very pesticides are sprayed only at the location wherein you have detected that there are is the a sprayer can cover the complete, the form as well. So it's all about when we did small experiments on that. So it's all about an electronics engineer and computer science engineer is working closely with a student of BSc Agriculture. So we as in technocrats, we need to see that these integration, and this is what is being referred in the national education policy right now as well. So we have to work closely with those students as well. Like we tried that over here as well, but probably in coming days we will come up with the same application. But some experiments have been done already 1 or 2 years back at our end only. But yes, you require the good knowledge about the crop. So you need to have some students from, or some expert, or the some domain expert from agriculture. So we had one professor who was expert into agriculture, and then you need to have students who have good knowledge about drone, and then the students who are from the data science background, and then they who can analyze the complete scenario and then do the programming as well. So that is easily possible. Not a, I mean, for technocrats, it would be a very small job, I would say.
One more question, madam. In
Yes,
case
ma'am.
of performance, to check the performance of the student, how AI is applicable?
Okay, so ma'am, what we did is we can define the learning pattern. So how the students' learning pattern was, suppose from first year to final year, you can train your system. Like how many internal tests, how many assignments, how is the end term exam, how is the practical exam. So what is your performance, and then how the student has performed. What was his attendance pattern? What was his, how much he has scored in internal exam, external exams, and then what was his pointer, how you if you have done that for the 6 semesters for number of you can detect the pattern. One, academic pattern. So academic pattern, how is the student's pattern? So how he is progressing. Based on that, how the whole class is progressing, you can monitor, and then you can predict for the next class that, oh, this is the background of the students, and then he came from a CBSE ISC board, or this was his first year score, second year score, or third sem, fourth sem, fifth sem. How was the score and what can be done. The second was his co-curricular and extracurricular performance. So everywhere we can monitor, and based on that, wherever he is lacking, you can give a extra skilling training as well. That is what I said, AI is being largely used in skilling. AI is largely being used. When I did some of the training in US, so online training, they will not allow you. Right now, there are many coaching classes which are giving, assistance to the 12th class students on NIT, or maybe JEE. What they do is, it's completely data science. So they are appearing on the test series. The question wise, topic wise, chapter wise, you are getting an analysis, what he has attempted, what he has not attempted, whatever he has attempted, out of that, how many marks he got in, so how much study he must have done, and which needs to be improved. These are very common solutions which are possible, and they are using at, wide usage of AI is being done over there. So the same pattern can be followed for the regular studies as well. LN series is used for and you can see it's a pure example of data science, how and who is.
Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Ma'am, may I ask the last question?
Yes. Thank you.
Ma'am, since we know that farmers in our country are very protective about their land, so ma'am, how will we know that, ma'am? So I want to ask that, are you sure that they will allow us to use this technology on their farmland? because ma'am they are very protective about their land, and they might think that this will harm their land. So how will we convince them that this is actually going to benefit them?
Okay, so it is not a see, when wherever you have agricultural colleges, there they form the group of the farmers. They start the slowly the training. As I said, the change of mindset is the first thing which we need to do for any technology and every technology. So what you need to I have seen the 2 3 agricultural colleges and university. What they do is they form a farmers group, 200 300 the farmers which are who are in the vicinity. They form their group, and they send them weather information. They give them some training that this is going to be the weather in next few days or few months, and then what kind of crop would be good. If even if 2% 1% crop, farmers are taking advantage of that, the slowly that system would come. And it is about sharing good videos about the Finland, the Europe, wherein at large extent, the AI and the drone technologies have been done. I This is all you come across greenhouse, polyhouse, the farm. But yes, when we go for farmer, probably it is only about educating and supporting them initially, rather than entrusting them, entrusting that you need to use. So any instead of compulsion, if we can share the success story and we can take this slowly, I'm sure in next coming 2 3 years we can create a good ecosystem over there.
Yes, ma'am. Uh, So, ma'am, finally, thank you for this wonderful session, and especially thank you for taking the queries. Uh, it was, thank you, ma'am. The session was very informative, and there was a lot to learn. We can learn a lot, ma'am, but we have the constraint of time, so sorry for that.
Thank you so much, Yash. It was really great to be with all of you. Thank you, Dr. Prerna. Yeah, I can sign out now, Yash.
Yes, yes, ma'am, please. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Thank
you, ma'am.
Sir, we have to wait for certain time because Ritu ma'am is still approaching. She is not in the session yet, so we are still waiting for her. So, good morning, all present here. Uh, we can start with the session now. So, our session chair expert is Professor Dr. S.N. Panda. He is Research Director at Chitkara University and Professor of Institute of Engineering and Technology at Chitkara University. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, sir, can we start?
Can we start?
Sir,
Sarji, can we
on your
start?
command. Sure, sir.
Okay. Who is the first presenter?
Yes, sir. So, the first paper is on exposing deep fakes using convolutional neural networks and transfer learning approaches by Shraddha Sunil Suratkar, Farooq Kazi, Mukul Sakhalkar, Nikhil Abhyankar, and Mrunal Srisagar.
Okay. I request the presenter to please go ahead.
Are the presenters available? The authors available?
Yeah, it
Excuse
is
me, sir.
audible. It is audible. You go ahead. But your presentation is not. It's not present. It's not visible.
Sir,
Your presentation is not
actually,
visible.
sir, actually, it's a technical problem. Please just give me 30 seconds. It will be resolved.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir, for the.
Speed that we obtain after training this architecture. This architecture can be divided into three sections. The first one being entry flow, second being middle flow, and the third being exit flow. Entry flow is the point wherein your image, which is 299 plus 299 width and height respectively, gets passed on. Entry flow uses this raw image and transforms it into a feature space, which is then passed on to the middle flow, wherein the feature space is iterated 8 times and then it gets passed on to the exit flow. At the very end, we obtain our classification, whether the image was real or fake, based on the sigmoid or based on the probability of sigmoid link. Exception architecture utilizes patch normalization. Patch normalization layers were on training mode throughout our epochs. As we know that shallow layers are useful for classifying different features like edges, corners, etc. And the layers which are at the very end of the network are useful for classifying whether the image is real or fake based on the feature space or the very feature specific or the task specific features. Next methodology is visual geometry group. To be more specific, VGG16. VGG16 architecture uses input image of 224 cross 224 size, width, and height respectively. VGG architecture showcases dependency between performance of the network and its step. This architecture is basically based on the idea that if a very simple unit like convolution and max pooling, if it gets repeated or if it gets replicated 3 or 4 times, then this entire network as a whole is useful for classifying very important features like artifacts in an image, which were very useful in our task for deepfake detection. Based on the extracted features and applications, the fully connected posterior layers learn to distinguish between real and fake images. Next methodology is DenseNet. DenseNet onto an architecture. This architecture also uses an input image of 224 x 224 RGB. DenseNet layers are very high. Each layer adds a small set of feature maps to the cumulative knowledge of the network. DenseNet reuses features and hence yield condensed models which are highly efficient and easy to train. Next is Inception V3. Inception architecture achieves computational efficiency owing to use of fewer parameters. 42-layer network with very less number of parameters achieve the accuracy comparable to VGG. Inception V3 factorizes convolutions to reduce the number of connections without hampering efficiency. The whole factorization consists of two major types. First one being upper layers making use of factorization with smaller convolutions like in module A, which uses 3x3 filters used over a layer with a 5x5 filter. And module B and C having asymmetric factorization. Module A, Module B, and Module C are visible on the left-hand side of the slide, and the architecture that uses 299 plus 299 image is showcased on the right-hand side of the slide. At the very end of the network, as usual, we obtain a prediction based on our threshold. Next, Mr. Sakalkar will explain about the results that we obtain and their comparison with deepfake detection methods.
Simulation and testing. Transfer learning is an approach in machine learning that focuses on storing knowledge gained while solving one problem and applying it to a different but a related problem. In this approach, a model is initially trained on a large data set, and the samples from the application domain are included in the validation and the test cells. In our approach, the posterior layers of the models were replaced with a global average pooling layer, followed by a sigmoid activation densely connected layer, which led to a binary output, which is real or fake. To compare the impact of transfer learning, the models were trained with and without transfer learning both. The models using pre-trained ImageNet weights move closer to convergence much faster in the first epoch itself, as clearly indicated by the graph of the receiver operating characteristics curve. We can infer that transfer learning yields much better results than training the models with randomly initialized weights.
Sir, you need to wind up within 3 minutes. You need to wind up within 3 minutes so that we can initiate the question answers.
The trained models on the test dataset. The table on the right presents a comparative evaluation of AUC scores of various approaches adopted by the machine learning community, along with those of the proposed approach for deepfake detection. Thus, to sum up, the paper presents an approach to detect deepfakes using generic deep CNNs with transfer learning. Transfer learning clearly yields superior results, which are comparable to existing approaches in the community. The future scope encompasses deploying a combination of LSTM and CNN to factor in the time mixes, and it targets spatial contiguity of forgery across the sequence of video frame. Thus, this research contributes to targeting video forgery to make media consumption safer. Thank you.
Okay, any question from participants? Any question? Okay, I have one question. Mr. Nikhil? Mr. Nikhil, can you listen me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have one question. That is, in middle flow, you are using the loop of 8 times. It is repeating 8 times, right?
Yes, sir.
Is there any significant of this particular loop?
Sir, actually, the what we have done is we have used existing models. So, exception network is an existing model which works, which is similar to the Inception V3 model. So, as per the computation given in the exception model, by repeating it a number of times, it basically divides one single, say, a 5 by 5 convolution layer into multiple smaller layers, like a 1 cross 1 filter, then a 3 cross 3 filter, and by repeating it multiple times, what we are basically doing is the exception model tries to reduce the
No,
computational
I
time.
mean to say why it is 8? Why it is 8?
So that we are not aware of, because for the transfer learning model, what we have typically done is that we have only altered the layers which are necessary to give maximum or optimum outputs for our research.
Hello.
So we have not
Okay.
hindered anything with the
Wait.
initial or the middle
Okay.
layers.
Is there any questions from the participants?
अबे शांत रहो तभी तुम
Any question, please?
अबे
No?
अब अच्छे सर सब बोल दिए हैं अबे तुम रखो अभी पे बहुत बकचोदी चल रही रखो अभी तुम
Abhishek ji, please mute yourself. Okay, Tushar ji, next participant, next presenter. Just I would like to convey everyone, you will get 10 minutes for your presentation and 5 minutes is specifically for question answer. Okay, Abhishek ji, next, Tushar ji, next presentation.
Okay, sir. Okay, sure. The next paper is Optical NOC, Future of New Computational Systems by Vivek Kumar Sehgal and Kapil Sharma.
Sir, your voice is not clear. Your voice is not clear, sir.
Sir, actually, it's a recorded video which all the authors have submitted to us. So nobody is presenting live. It's a recorded video of theirs, their team.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Kapilji. Thank you very much. Any question from audience, please? No? Okay, Kapilji, can you tell me how the COP count is directly affect the quality of services?
Sir, hope count is that means that
Sometimes the hope count will enhance the overhead also.
yes, sir. Sir,
Hmm.
hope count basically means that the data packet is traveling to many devices to reach its destination.
Right,
And
right.
the higher the hope count, the higher will the data travel from one device to another
That's
device.
true.
So
That's true. But it will also enhance the overhead.
yes, sir, but increasing in hope count result in less efficiency, sir, in case of power consumption as well as the quality of service, sir. Yes.
That is true.
Yes, so
But do you think for any how to resolve the problem of overhead?
sir, it can be achieved in wireless. Like in wireless, the hope count is achieved to be one in every case, but the quality of service decreases. So the hope count cannot be decreased in optical NOC to one, but it can be minimized so then we can increase the quality of service. Yes.
Okay. Any question from audience, please? Any question from audience? No? Okay, Tusarji, can we go ahead for another presentation?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir, sure. So the next paper is, so so- yes, sir. So the next paper is Markov chain Monte Carlo based Metropolis Hastings algorithm oversampling for imbalanced dataset problems by Aman Femwala and Om Patel and Farouk Kazi.
Very good, Amanji. Any question from audience, please? Okay, Mr. Aman, are you there? Mr. Aman?
Are the authors
Tusaji,
available?
Mr. Aman is there?
So I think he's not there.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Tusharji, we can go ahead with another presentation.
Okay, sir. So the next paper is supervised machine learning for link prediction using part-based similarity features by Satyaprakar Sahu, Anisha Kumari, Ranjan Behra, and Surinder Sai, or from V. Surinder Sai University of Technology, and Vibhudat Sahu,